Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Toya T, and this is a Toya's travel / Toya's tips video. On today's video, I will be talking about my 7 tips for first-time cruisers. I'm actually recording this video while I'm on a cruise. This is my 10th cruise, people. 10th cruise. I'm an OG now. 10 cruises. I started cruising with my family 10 years ago in 2009 as a part of just a family trip. My mom, she turned 50 the year before that, and we had gone to Cancun, and she realized, like, I want to do this. I like traveling to different places, and she wanted to try out cruising. The next year, we went on Carnival, and my mom, fell in love. And so most of the tips that I'm going to give you is from my experiences traveling on Carnival Cruise Line, but it's still applicable to any other cruise line, no matter if you're taking Royal Caribbean, Princess, Norwegian, Holland America, or any of the other cruise lines. This is for people who always wanted to cruise and are not quite sure how to start off. And so as a 10-time OG cruiser, let me show you my gold card. And for those who know Carnival, I'm a gold card member. Gold card, hi. Only next step is platinum, you know what I'm saying? Platinum's next. But a gold card member, so you see my credentials here. I'm not lying to you. These are my 7 tips for those first-time cruisers. So here we go. Starting off with tip number 1, book early. I'm serious. The earlier you can book, the better. Mainly for the cha-ching, the price. The earlier you book, the more likely you are to get deals on the prices of the cruise. They tend to be a lot lower the earlier you get them. Another great thing about booking early is that you can get upgrades. And so if you book really early, like months in advance, let's say 6 months or up to a year in advance, and you start off at a lower level. So for those who don't know, there are several different levels of rooms. And again, this is based off of Carnival, but like other cruise lines have similar kind of options, and so this is usually how it would be. So you have interior rooms or the smaller rooms. So these are rooms without windows, no windows, or the lowest room. And this is usually good for anybody who doesn't plan to be in their room too long and just wants to go on a cruise and not spend that much money. So you stay in the interior rooms. So that's one level. The next up from that is an ocean view, which usually means that you have a porthole, like on the side of the boat, and you can see out the porthole and see the sea and see, see the land. You're not like underneath the boat. You're not going to see fish swim by, but you will be able to see outside of the boat. But you don't have, but that's about it. That's, it's not a window that opens. It's a porthole, but you're not in the interior, and you have some sunlight coming in. So that's the next level up. After that, there's usually a balcony level. And so that means that you have a balcony like you see out here, if you can see it. But the room is a little bit bigger than if you had gotten a ocean view, and definitely bigger than the interior rooms. But the added bonus is that you get a balcony. It's usually not too big. Usually has like about 2 chairs or something, but you get to go outside and sit outside when you're taking off or when you come into port. So that's usually really nice. And then the next level above that is suites, which is what I'm in right now. So if you're seeing all this space and you're seeing me being able to do this, like all this space, and you see how big you can see how big the balcony is out here, and there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs out here. That is a suite. This is a suite level, and there's different levels of suites depending on the ships. They might have junior suites, queen suites, king suites, luxury suites, whatever. But that's usually the highest tier. And so the earlier you book, like say you got an interior room, you would be able to most likely upgrade up to a higher level room if the cruise line is looking to fill up its spots. Like, they don't want to sail empty, they want to sail at capacity. And so what usually happens is that you'll have people in the interior rooms, and they'll still have some rooms, upper level rooms, that are open. And so they will ask the interior people to if they would like to upgrade, or they will just automatically upgrade their rooms for free or for a small fee, and then they would offer those cheaper interior rooms, usually as a last minute deal. So if you see last minute deals on like Priceline or Expedia or Travelocity or any of these other travel sites that do that sell cruise tickets, that's what they're trying to sell you. They're trying to sell you those cheaper interior rooms so that the boat can fill up and they can get the people who booked early to move up to bigger rooms. This is also the case if you live in Florida. So Florida is like the only state that I've heard of, and I know that there's other states that have resident deals. So like if you're a resident of a certain state, you'll get a deal on the cruises, but I know the most consistent one has been the Florida resident only prices. And so people who are Florida residents usually get a huge discount on last minute cruises, and so they get to go on cruises for like dirt cheap, like a couple $100, like $200 something to go on like a 5-day cruise or whatever cruise, because the boats are trying to sell all of their rooms so that they can sail at capacity, because then they're making money. They can't, they're not making money if there's no one on the boat. So that usually works out for people. The earlier you book, the more likely that you are to pay less. You're more likely to get more deals on packages. So for example, for this cruise that we're on right here, we were able to get a discount package on the casino package. Now, I'm not a huge big time casino roller, but my mom likes to go into the casino. I like to dibble and dabble because I don't like losing money, but I do like the flashing lights. But we did get a deal where we got a discount on the room, on the suite, and we also were able to get $500 free slot play and credits to our room, so like on our credits to our account. So I was able to get a mimosa today for free because I had a $12 credit on my account. And also we were able to get a card that gives us free drinks from day one until the last day of the cruise as a part of our package. And so that's all from booking early. Now this also goes for your plane ticket. So as soon as you book your cruise, if you don't live in the departure city for your cruise, like I don't, so my family and I live in Boston, and we had to fly down to Florida, particularly to Miami, Florida, to be able to catch our boat to go on our cruise. If you don't live in those states, the earlier you book for those flights, the better, because again, all these boats are filling up. There's stuff like maybe 2-3 boats leaving a day from these departure cities, and so you are fighting with other people who are also trying to get down to that same place. And so the earlier you book, the better. We actually got a really great deal. Instead of flying to Miami, I used my smarts here, got on the kayak and booked tickets to Fort Lauderdale for like $150 per person, and it was a direct flight, so that made things so much easier, so much more relaxing and affordable. Tip number 2, pick a room that best fits your needs. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, so my family, there's the 3 of us. It's me, my mom, and my brother. And I told you this is our 10th cruise, so we have tried different things. We never did interior because I'm claustrophobic, not like clinically claustrophobic, but I don't like being in rooms without windows. It just makes me feel like I'm gonna be suffocating and something's gonna happen and we're all gonna die. I need to see the exit. I need to see the sun. And so we never did an interior room, but we did do on our first cruise a ocean view room with the little port, and I was like, okay, that's cute and all, we can see outside, but can we do better next time? So the next time we got a balcony room, and that was nice to have a balcony and be able to go out, whenever you want to, wake up in the morning and go out and look at the ocean and just breathe in the ocean air and just, hang out there if you just wanted some quiet time to meditate or think or, play video games, meditate or think, or just take in the relaxing nature, or take a nap, anything. We did a balcony. The room was a little bit bigger. That was cool, but the main feature was the balcony, which was good for me because again, it got the light because I needed the light. and got to have the balcony, which gives you a little bit more room, especially when you have 3 people in a room and you know, don't want to be on top of each other. Now, after that, we tried out suites and completely fell in love. Why? Because it works for us. We got 3 different people with 3 different needs. There's my mom, who's when we started was in her 50s, and I was in my 20s, and my brother was a teenager, and so we all had different wants and needs, all different types of vacation styles. I personally love, when I go on vacation, to spend time in the rooms. I know, go on vacation, and you know, I go on vacation and I like to take naps. I like to sleep. I like to relax, especially when we have a day at sea like today. I like to just go with the flow, hang out, read a book, you know, take a nap, write, do anything I want to, hang out on the balcony. But I like having the space. I like my room to be something that is like home, comforts of home. And that's what I love about the suites, is that we're not on top of each other. We all have our own space. We actually all have our own closets, and have the balcony in the space, and the bathroom is way bigger, so our stuff is not all on top of each other. There's space for everyone's stuff. The bathroom is not claustrophobic. That's one thing I don't like about the bathrooms on cruises, for the balcony and for the ocean view and for the interior. Even though I've never been in the interior, the bathrooms are tiny. Like, I don't imagine how bigger people, and I mean for like my people with more body to love, I don't know how they fit in those standard cruise bathroom stalls. Like, they're literally showers. You like close over the shower, and then like right next to you is like the toilet and the sink, and it's just like, if you turn too far, you might fall out and there's water everywhere. I'm telling you, like, it was just so claustrophobic. And so when we moved up to suites, it was so nice. The first year we did the suite, there was actually a bidet in our bathroom, and I was like, what is this? I think it's a bidet. Oh my gosh, we fancy. But since that first one, I haven't seen a bidet on a boat yet, and so I think they kind of have gotten rid of those. I guess that was back. I guess that boat must have been a little bit older, back when they were like all about the luxury of it. And so, but it's so much bigger. There's a jacuzzi tub. Not like any of us are taking a bath or soaking in the tub. But it's nice to know that you have the space. So with the tub, there's space, there's a shower, there's room for us to all put our stuff. And so there's a double sink, which makes it a lot easier when you're confined to a boat. Number three. This one is self-explanatory, and I've told this to people. If you've never been on a ship before, start off with a shorter cruise. Trust me. You don't want to start off with the big, long cruises. Now, this cruise is a 7-day cruise. You don't want to start off with a cruise like this if you've never been on a ship. Imagine having like 2 or 3 days straight at sea. You're just on a boat. You're not getting off. You just see water. And maybe you get seasick, or maybe like any of these things. It's not good to start off with the big ones. If you feel like you can do it, go ahead and do it. Like, that's great, but I would highly suggest that you start off with a 3-day cruise or a 4-day cruise max. I think max is 4 days. And then move up to the longer ones, the 5 days, the 7 days, the 8 days. Because those have more days at sea, but you're going further and it's fun. Like, you know, just build your way up there. We're trying to build our way up to, like, you know, the 10-day, the 12-day. 2 weeks would be nice to see, but I don't know if I can do it, because I don't like more than 2 days at sea. I don't like more than 1 day at sea. I love this cruise because we have 1 day at sea, and then we have 4 days in port, and then we have 1 day at sea, and then we're back on the land. Love it. Number 4, the excursions. Okay, so you get off at the port of call. You get off at your first destination. What are you gonna do? Definitely, if you don't know anything about the place that you're at, you've never been there, take an excursion. And I highly suggest you take the excursion that is sponsored by the cruise. Now, here's the thing. So I'll give you the pros and the cons on both of them. So the pros of going on a cruise sponsored excursion, there's 2 real pros. 1, you know that the boat will not leave you, because If your excursion gets caught up, like your bus breaks down and it is sponsored by the cruise, they will wait for you to get back to the boat before they decide to leave. And so they will leave late for you. This is an excursion that was sponsored through them, and so they are responsible for you. And so they won't leave you.
You're lucky.
You left with your little kid down here. They call so many of it. Going Sierra, blah, blah, blah.
It's 4 of them.
The Sierra family. Daniela Sierra.
Boo!
You get the honor of being the last people on the boat. Another pro is that if you buy through the cruise line, a cruise sponsored excursion, you have the possibility of getting a refund if you get off the ship and see that the vendor is giving the same excursion. So let's say it's to go swimming with the dolphins, and you bought it on the boat for $250 per person. $250. So you bought it for $250 and you got off and you saw that they were selling it for $200. You can go ahead and go back to go on the excursion, go back, like take a picture of what they're, of the pricing that they were giving you, and see that it's the same exact trip, because it turns out to be like the same. Like, there's only so many places you can go on some of these things, some of these ports, because they only allow certain, some of the ports don't always allow outside vendors to be at the ports where like selling their trips. And they're selling their excursions, and so sometimes you do find that it will be the same exact detail, same excursion, but they're selling it for cheaper because they're selling it directly to you instead of selling it through the ship, where of course there's a middleman fee. And so if you can go ahead and say, hey, well, I went on the swim with the dolphins and I paid $250, and I saw swim with the dolphins out on the pier, out at the port, and it was $200, they will refund you the difference. That is the pro of buying through, buying into a cruise sponsored excursion. Here's the cons of buying through the cruise sponsored excursions. It's way more money. I swear to God, it's like so much more expensive. But again, that's because of the middleman fee. You're paying the cruise line, and the cruise line is also paying the local, excursion company, the local travel company. And so that's why the fee is a little bit higher. But again, you do get the safety of it, but it is more money. So if you want to save some money, and especially, for example, we're going to be in Grand Cayman tomorrow, and we didn't take an excursion. We didn't buy one because we've been to the Grand Cayman before. We were actually in the Grand Cayman last summer, and there's not much else we want to do. And so what we're going to end up doing is that we're going to go out into the port, and we are going to just get a taxi to take us to the local beach, the same beach that they are advertising in the excursions on the ship, but much cheaper, because we could probably end up on a shared bus with other people, or just negotiate a price with the taxi driver. You're just paying the taxi driver, not paying for anything else. You go to the same beach, there's a public beach, and you bring your own towels and you're good. Or you get there, as in the case that I know that for the beach that we're going to tomorrow, you just pay for, the beach chairs or whatever you intend to use, and you're good. And you just get the taxi to take you back. The taxis are always in those areas because they know that they know when the ship is in, and they're all trying to make money. So they'll be at the popular places so you can always get back. Or in some cases, depending on where you are, like I know in Turks and Caicos, particularly in Grand Turk, that you can actually just walk to the beach, and so there's no reason to pay for an excursion to take you to the beach when you can just walk there. If you're someone like me who likes to walk, it's only like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk, on the road. You can see it, you can see it from the ship, like how straight it is. Just walk. Gratuity. This is the required tipping. I know some of you don't read the fine prints on things. Trust me, I'm a teacher. I know. I give out syllabuses at the beginning of the semester, and every single time kids ask me, oh, what are we doing today? Oh, when is the exam? Even though I spent time making a syllabus and reading it on the first day, knowing that they would never open it again, some of them. So I know there's some people out here who don't read the fine print, so let me tell you, there is gratuity that you have to pay on top of paying for your cruise. Now this is to pay the stewards and the servers and all the other people that serve you while you're on the boat so that they can get paid extra. Like the gratuities is supposed to go to the staff. So for this cruise, the gratuity is $15.99 per person per day. If that's for everyone that's an adult and older. I think for seniors and kids it is $13.99 per person per day. Not per room, per person per day. And so some people get surprised at the end, like we did the first time, that oh my gosh, there is a bill that you receive on the last day of the cruise. Like the last night of the cruise, you'll get a bill that says you owe blah 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 in gratuity. Or if you do online check-in, or like if you go through Carnival, any of these other ones, they'll ask you ahead of time to put a credit card on the account, and it has to cover a certain amount of people. And so I have a credit card that covers me, and my mom has a credit card that covers her and my brother. And so any charges to the room get charged to that card. But that also includes the gratuity that, you can sit here and not charge anything, but you will still get a bill. And so what I suggest about the gratuity is that you pay it ahead of time. Just do it. Do it when you are saving up your money for your trip and you're like, let me pay for the cruise, and boom, let me pay for gratuity. So you can walk off the boat without a bill, without having to worry like, oh my gosh, I have a $200 bill that I have to pay or whatever at the end because I forgot that the gratuity was included. Also, a good thing about the gratuity is that you can also pay it. You can pay it in cash, so you can actually put down money on your account, like a deposit. That's what it is. You can put a deposit down on your account in cash, like on the first day, and whatever money that you do not get charged, whatever, if any money that's left after they charge your account, you get your money back, like you get the remainder. And so you can do that too if you don't have a credit card, or you don't want to use your credit card, or don't want to, possibly give out your credit card and have something happen. You can do that also. Number 6 is the amenities. Now, there are several different things that you have to pay for on the cruise, so I just want to make sure that you know ahead of time so that you don't think that everything is free. So there are some people who believe that you get on the cruise and, all your food is included and all your drinks are included. No. Correction. All of your food is included and some drinks. Not all your drinks. And I mean not all your drinks, including soda. Soda is not included. Not even at dinner. Not at lunch. You have to pay for soda. The only things that you, like at least on this boat, the only thing that you get for free is water, lemonade, iced tea, tea, coffee. That's it. That's all. Everything else, you have to pay for. And I think at breakfast they do have orange juice, but of course it's that orange juice that comes through the fountains. Oh, disgusting. Also, everything is cashless on cruises. And so that's a problem, especially if you get on here and you gotta buy drinks. And so you're like, oh, I'm gonna get me a drink. Oh, and they come up to you like, oh, ma'am, do you want a drink? Like there's constantly people coming up to you at the pool, at the casino, at the tables, at, anywhere that you're just sitting around, except for your room, asking you, do you want to get a drink? It's not free. They're asking you if you want to get a drink, and because you're not giving over cash or credit card, maybe you're not thinking about how much money you're spending, but you're spending a lot. And on top of any drink that you buy, there's an 18% gratuity on it automatically. And so you might not want to get that drink. So that is something that you have to think about. If you're someone who drinks a lot, there's usually packages. I know on Carnival there is a hard liquor package where you can pay a fee per day to be able to get as many drinks as you want to, and you're already prepaying for it. Obviously this is only good for those who drink a lot. If you drink a lot, like more than 3 drinks a day, if you're intending to, then it makes sense for you. But if you're not, you might as well just pay per drink. Also, there's usually a soda program, especially for kids, because kids love soda. I don't, but kids like soda. And the sodas cost money. And so if you know your kids drink like a whole bottle of soda, a whole liter of soda a day, you might want to get them into the soda program. Here it's called the Cheers program. No, it's called the Bubbles program, I think. One of those things. But here they have one and they give you a special tumbler, and so they know that you can get your soda refilled and you can get as much soda as you want to, which you will not find in the fountains, because again, the soda and the liquor are not free. And so if you don't like iced tea and lemonade and orange juice and apple juice and water, coffee and tea, then you should get yourself a drink package. And of course, I would recommend that you prepay for it because it will be cheaper. If you buy it before the cruise online, it's cheaper than if you buy it on the ship. So buy it, prepay for a drink package if you're someone who drinks a lot of soda or drinks a lot of alcohol. If not, then pay per drink and get ready to see that bill at the end, because they're not charging you right there. Like, you know, it's easier to figure out like, okay, I don't want to drink as much because I'm giving someone money. But when you are giving over your room card and they're just charging it, and at the end of the cruise you get that bill and you see that your kids have charged up about 3 or 4 sodas per day, and you're like, shit. Then you realize you should have gotten that freaking drink package. So also, if you need the Wi-Fi, get a Wi-Fi package. There's various packages, like stages of the packages, like a social media package, or just a regular package, or a premium package where you can like stream things, like you can watch YouTube and anything like that. I mean, depends on how connected you want to be on the ship. I personally need to be connected. My family needs to be connected. We have 2 packages, one for my brother all by himself because he'd just be off and we can't find him. And so it's just to be able to text him, and like, you know, he's in his 20s, so he's like always on his phone. Me, I'm always on my phone too, but not as much. I just wanted to be able to Instagram my friends and like text people. But my mom kind of uses it. She uses it to use her internet, to get her emails and to, like, you know, WhatsApp people. But between the two of us, we share. I'll get on, and then if she needs to use it, she'll kick me off and she'll get on. But we share one, and if you want to be able to be connected, I suggest that you get a Wi-Fi package instead of paying per day. Unless you only plan to have to use it once, then just, you know, pay for it for that day, or pay for it for whenever you want to start. So if you got on the boat on a Saturday and Wednesday you wanted to have it for the rest of the cruise, you would only get paid prorated from that Wednesday up to when you leave. And so just think about the Wi-Fi packages now, because everyone is connected, and you might just want to Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook your cruise so everyone can be jealous of you, like, hey, wish you were here. Not. That's mean. It's also something that you might want to look into. There's tons of amenities. If you want to go to the spa or the hair salon, you can do that too, but those cost money. And I tend to find that the massages you get here, like, yeah, they're a little bit cheaper if you buy them early, like in a package, but you probably can get a cheaper rate on Groupon. I'm just saying. This is not an ad for Groupon. I'm just saying you can probably get it just cheaper on Groupon or Living Social, whatever you use. But if you want to have the luxurious experience and they have a good package that you think works for you, you can get your hair done, your nails done, you can get a massage on the boat, you can come meet a nutritionist. They have a gym here. I went to the gym this morning. It's, you know, a fully stocked gym with all the things you want, the treadmill, the elliptical, weights, tons of people in there just working out. There's spaces for that. So you have that option, and they have a spa, they have a steam room and a sauna. I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get up in here. Oh god. So there are plenty of things on the boat for you to do, plenty of things that you can experience. That's the one thing I love about cruises, is that they have something for everyone who wants to do things. Like my brother is like out like in the pools lounging. He also goes to the nightclubs at night, like gets to do that, no problem. My mom's in the casino at night. She's going around, she's playing bingo, and I'm just here chilling, talking to y'all, making a video, relaxing, and going out as I please. And so that's the great thing about cruising, and that is number 7. Like, have fun, try it out, go around, experience anything you want to. Go swimming, go to the spa, go play bingo, go do karaoke, go do the hairy chest, you know, event, go to the newlywed show, go to the, you know, musical show tonight, go sit in the lobby and listen to classical music. If you can hear violins right now, that's what's going on. Go sit on the balcony, go read, go hang out in the jacuzzi pool, or go down the slides, but just enjoy, do whatever you want. Don't let anyone determine for you what kind of cruising you want to do. Everyone has a different style of cruising, and when you go on your first cruise, you will find your style of cruising. I hope that is enough information for you guys. Those are my 7 tips for first-time cruisers, or those who are thinking about going on a cruise for the first time. If you've thought about it, you can do anything on these cruises, and so just do your research. Pick a cruise that's best for you, and make sure you follow my 7 tips so you can have the best time on the first time that you cruise. With that, I'm done, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can just put it down below and I will answer it, I promise. And if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bon voyage. I need to go do something. Ooh, there's a boat out there. I think I might go out on the balcony, or maybe go to the casino, or maybe go get a drink, or maybe sit by the pool. But I'm gonna do something. All right, guys, bye.